Exciting things are happening with Euro Truck Simulator 2, and there is something I see that almost everyone is missing. When you step back and really look at what SCS Software has been doing lately, it stops feeling like random updates. It starts feeling like preparation. Coaches are coming to ETS2, probably this year, and SCS is clearly speeding up the process toward that release date. The countdown has already started, even if it hasn't been officially announced yet. In Euro Truck Simulator 2 Update 1.58, SCS introduced something that many players overlooked. We saw accessible stations appearing across the map. We saw new signage. We saw small but important layout adjustments inside cities. At first, it looked like normal polish, just another map improvement. But when you really think about it, those changes weren't made for trucks, they were made for passengers. Truck depots and logistics yards are designed for cargo flow. Bus terminals are designed for people. They need proper entry lanes, smoother access, realistic stopping points, and space that feels like a public transport hub. You can't just drop a coach into an old freight-focused city layout and expect it to feel right. Update 1.58 wasn't random. It was foundational. It was SCS quietly adjusting the world to make space for something new. Now we move into Update 1.59, and this is where things become even more interesting. SCS is focusing heavily on the Benelux region, and that decision says a lot. Benelux sits right beside Germany, which is arguably the heart of European transport logistics. Germany has already received a major rework. The highways are modern, the junctions are realistic, the cities feel alive again. But Benelux? That area has been showing its age for years. If you're planning to release coaches into ETS2, you cannot ignore that region. It is one of the most bus-active areas in real life. Cross-border passenger movement is constant there. Tourism, daily commuting, international routes, it's all part of the identity of that region. SCS understands this. That's why cities like Groningen, Antwerp, Eindhoven, Liège, Luxembourg, Brussels, and Amsterdam are being improved. These aren't random choices. These are major passenger hubs. They need to look and function properly if buses are going to operate there in a realistic way. This is not just a visual upgrade. It feels like infrastructure planning. When you connect Germany's rework with the Benelux improvements, something clicks. You suddenly have a central European network that makes perfect sense for coaches. Imagine running a route from Amsterdam into Berlin, or Brussels into Hamburg, or Luxembourg heading deeper into southern Germany. The road systems would feel modern, the cities would support passenger hubs, and the entire experience would feel intentional. That is not something you build overnight. It requires preparation, map design, city restructuring, asset upgrades. SCS is not rushing. They are aligning everything so that when coaches arrive, they don't feel like a mod. They feel like they've always belonged there. We've all driven bus mods before. They're fun, and they give us a glimpse of what could be. But this situation feels different. This feels structured. It feels official. When SCS introduces a new vehicle category, they build systems around it. They don't just add a model and call it a day. They adjust AI behavior. They refine city layouts. They add proper hubs. They make sure the environment supports the feature. That's what we're seeing now. Coaches won't just be trucks without trailers. They will bring a different pacing to the game. Driving people feels different from hauling cargo. There's a sense of responsibility. Stops need to feel precise. Cities need to feel believable. That's why these reworks matter so much. If you look at SCS's history, there's a clear pattern. Big features are always introduced in phases. First, the engine upgrades, then map adjustments, then asset improvements, finally, the feature itself. Right now, we are clearly in the preparation phase. The Benelux rework in Update 1.59 is not random. It is a calculated move to modernize a region that will likely play a major role in coach gameplay. Germany is already ready. Now Benelux is catching up. Together, they form a smooth and realistic corridor for bus transportation. That's not coincidence. That's strategy. Even without an official trailer or release date, the signs are clear. The groundwork is being laid. The cities are being reshaped. The infrastructure is being modernized. That tells me the countdown has already started. When coaches finally arrive in Euro Truck Simulator 2, many players might feel like it happened suddenly. But it won't be sudden. It will be the result of months of quiet preparation. And honestly, that's what makes it exciting. We're not just getting new vehicles, we're getting a new dimension of gameplay, a new rhythm. A new reason to explore familiar roads again. Coaches are coming to ETS2, and everything we're seeing in updates 1.58 and 1.59 is pointing in that direction. If you're excited about this next chapter for ETS2, subscribe to the channel and like the video. There's a lot more to break down, and we're just getting started.